Live from the Island Federal Arena on Long Island, ESPN Plus presents college basketball. Tonight, bragging rights at stake with Stonybrook playing host to Hofstra. Well, hi everyone, courtside, call Reuter, Rob Pavanelli. Both teams with exceptional records. Stonybrook at 10-2, Hofstra's at 8-3. Loaded with talent. It's more than bragging rights. This is going to be a game, Pav.
No, it's going to be a tremendous game, Carl. Both teams are very talented. They like to get up and down the floor. They've got key scorers, both teams, but a lot of weapons around those key scorers. So we'll see what happens in this outcome. I think the difference tonight, both Coach Jeff Bowles and Joe Mahalik said who wins the war on the glass will come out with the victory.
You mentioned weapons. Let's break it down personnel-wise first. And how about the play of Hofstra's Justin Wright Foreman?
Well, one of the best players you're going to see. Jeff Bowles feels that this will be the best opponent that Stonybrook faces all year long. He is the reigning Colonial Player of the Year, averaging over 25 points a game, can score in so many different ways, can take it to the basket, has a nice mid-range game, and we all know he can shoot the basketball. Already 10th all-time leading scorer at Hofstra. He's going to continue to grow and grow as the season goes along. He's got the NBA scouts already coming to watch him play.
And defensively for Stonybrook, coming off a monster game, the sophomore Jacquil.
And that's going to be key as Jeff Bowles. You want to slow down this Hofstra offense. Cherry averaging almost 2.5 blocks a game, had 4 in the win against Delaware, including 7 altered shots as well. And he's also scoring the basketball a little bit more. So he's going to be key for the Stonybrook defense tonight.
So Jeff O'Cherry, if he stays out of foul trouble, he will be giving Jeff Bowles, as you see him there with the red tie, lots of minutes. You take a look at the lineup. Miles Latimer does not play like a freshman, and there is Jeff Bowles in his third year as the head coach, graduated from Ohio University back in 1995. The starting five for the Hofstra Pride coming in with a mark of 8-3. And this is a lineup that can score points. We talked about their number one guy, Justin Wright Foreman, just a shade under 26 points a game, which is 4th in the nation. And they are ready to go. There's Joe Mahalik right there. It's his 6th year, graduated from LaSalle in 1978. The officials running the floor tonight, Nathan Hall, Jason Bradwell, Tim Kelly. Hofstra is in the road blue, and Stonybrook is in the home white. If we think we know what's going to happen, it's going to be up and down, fast-paced. This is going to be Secretariat going against Citation.
Two high-octane offenses, Carl. They can score the basketball. You mentioned how Hofstra, focuses so much of their offense around Justin Wright Foreman, but they've got 4 players on the floor at all times besides him who can score the basketball. They're shooting over 43% from 3. They want to get up and down the floor, as does Stonybrook. Should be a real entertaining game.
And Tim Kelly is at the scorer's table. Whatever he told Joe Mahalik, and right away. All right, he said you can't catch it. It's a violation, so they'll get the next one. And now this is the first possession, and we'll get it going from here. On a lob inside, Jacquil Taylor, 23 on the block. They look to go backdoor to DeJour Bowie, off the mark, and the rebound in the paint is the guy you highlighted, Pav, at 6'11", 240 out of the Bronx, Jeff O'Cherry.
And he did such a great job on that defensive position. They had a high pick and roll. He rotated out and then rotated back after he contained Wright Foreman.
He's averaging 5 rebounds a game, knocked away, recovered, and here come the Hofstra Pride. By the way, if Hofstra gets to the free throw line, on a dribble drive reverse, it did not go. And there's the free throw line. It'll go with Eli Pemberton, a junior from Middletown, Connecticut, at 6'5". And on the season for Pemberton, he's 15 points a game, second on the team, shoots 78%. With Pav as a team, Hofstra's number 1 in the nation at 81%.
Yeah, Stonybrook has to keep them away from getting to the free throw line. Stonybrook also a very good free throw shooting team who does get to the line as well. So rebounding and free. And here you are again. Mush strikes again. Eli Pemberton misses the first one.
Joe Mahalik did not want to talk about that on the phone with me yesterday. He goes, la, la, la. And I go, what's the matter? He goes, you're breaking up. Look at this. Oh, Joe Mahalik is definitely going to come over here at halftime and have a word with me. Oh, brother, I'm in trouble. Yeboah for 3. This guy's been lighting it up throughout the entire season, the leading scorer for Stonybrook at over 20 points a game, but he missed on the triple.
And speaking of Coach Mahalik before the game, he said he did not want Yeboah to get comfortable at all. He was pretty comfortable on that 3, rattled in and out, but that was a good look.
His concern was the three words, we have to figure out Yeboah. That one's a little bit too strong. Went off the window. Rebound pulled by Elijah Olaniyi.
Two real nice defensive stands by the Seawolves.
So we're scoreless 90 seconds into this contest. It's the Battle of Long Island. Schools are separated by about 25 miles. Yeboah drops the first 2 points, the red shirt out of Jacquil, England.
And that was another easy look. You're going to see a lot of 2-3 zone from Hofstra and Joe Mihalik's club tonight. They have to recognize where Yeboah is at all times.
Oh, the easy stuff for Jacquil Taylor, the transfer from Purdue. He's a grad student at 6'10", 235.
And he can finish around the basket. Not really known as an offensive threat, but he can finish. The big body, he's really a shot blocker, rebounder. But a beautiful look by Bowie right there.
Yeah, Bowie's breakout game came last year, a year ago. He had 19 points and an 84-81 win for the Hofstra Pride on the floor, doubled up, and then fades away. Went a little bit too strong off the glass. Oh, cherry on the window, and then flips it up. There's that offense you talked about that's evolving.
Yes, absolutely. He can finish around the basket, and he's being much more aggressive as the season has progressed offensively. We know how good a defender he is and shot blocker and rim protector, but when you can get buckets out of him during the game, that's going to be big for the Seawolves.
Dribble drive, lay it off, tapped around, recovering, and then missing the chip shot was Taylor, and Stonybrook is pushing. This is Jerron Cornish with a kick out to Olaniyi. On a high dribble, nearly lost it, and they said it was straight up. Joe Mihalik wants a turnover on a palming violation.
Wow. That certainly looked like classic palming to me. Carry.
That ball was higher than Wilt Chamberlain when he stood 7'1". Inside, what do we got here?
And that could have been a little bit of a makeup call there, Carl.
It might have been, as you got a substitution coming in as Anthony Yeshefu, number 35, the sophomore, at 6'8". The Stonybrook out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Sitting it down will be Jeff Focherry. So you bring it up with Bowie, who's a character guy. He's one of the best people on campus. Forget about he's an athlete. Joe Mihalik said he's one heck of a guy, and that's one heck of a shot. Going high off the glass, first 2 points of the game for Justin Wright Foreman.
And that's beautiful body control, changes hands, shoots it with the weak hand off the glass. You can see why he's such a high-volume scorer, Carl.
You want to hear a name that Jeff Bowles blew me away with in describing the play of Justin Wright Foreman? As that one goes down there for Miles Latimer. A three-pointer for Latimer, the freshman from Fairfax. He referred to Justin Wright Foreman's game, Nick Van Exel.
Wow, that's a good comparison. Both lefties, both can score, both have nice mid-range games. They've got great NBA or three-point shooting range. Get to the basket.
Speaking about getting to the basket, Eli Pemberton, his first 2 points of the game, got a one-point game at 7-6. Pemberton looks like he might have had a contact that's been knocked loose in that right eye. He's being watched there by Jason Bradwell, working the floor tonight with Nathan Hall and Tim Kelly.
So much of the attention, and deservedly so, goes to Wright Foreman. But Eli Pemberton can really score the basketball, Carl, averaging over 15 a game. The 6'5 junior, the big body, could score, finish. He's physical. You know, he was an all-CAA, all-rookie performer, and certainly has the capability of being first or second team all-league this year.
Stonybrook brings it up. Here's Jerron Cornish. Latimer thought about it, but that would have been from way downtown. Off the elbow, it had the heel, the tip by Yeshefu, the rebound pulled by Jacquil Taylor.
Stonybrook doing a nice job on the glass, second opportunities.
Again, they found Taylor in there all night. That's his second field goal, but he's been able to slide loose.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful ability of Bowie to thread the needle, nice little bounce pass, and an easy bucket for Taylor inside.
Cornish to his left, leaves for Yeboah, the quick entry from behind. The foul was picked up there by number 23, Jacquil Taylor, the grad student transfer from Purdue. There's a timeout on the floor. 15:26 remaining in this first half. Hofstra by 1, 8-7 over Stonybrook. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
Introducing Jake's 58, the island's only casino hotel. With 1,000 gaming machines, including video blackjack, baccarat, craps, and roulette. The contemporary Bistro 58 and 227 guest rooms. Jake's is your place to play, eat, and stay. Close to home, off exit 58 on the LIE. Jake's 58 Hotel and Casino. Discover the excitement you've been missing.
Right now, Stonybrook is down by the score of 8-7. Early stats: 8 points on the board, all 8 points pass for Hofstra in the blocks.
They're doing a nice job recognizing, picking apart the Stonybrook man-to-man defense. They're getting some easy buckets. Jacquil doing a nice job distributing the rock.
So Stonybrook breaks the huddle. There's Miles Latimer, Anthony Jacquil, and Latimer has just been unbelievable, the freshman. What he has done the last couple of games.
He's the America East Rookie of the Week. He's playing outstanding basketball, growing with confidence game after game after game, Carl.
Knocked out of bounds. And it's a whistle against, and now we're gonna have a conversation here. They're gonna bring it back. Tim Kelly was running up the floor. Jason Bradwell says, let's bring it back this way. There they are. Tim Kelly on the left, Jason Bradwell on the right. Guess whose ball it is?
It's important to get it right, Carl.
Yes.
In this day and age of instant replay and communication, you have to get the calls right. No matter if they're in the first minute of the game or the last minute of the game.
And I don't care what the score is. Up 20, down 20, tied. You got to get them right, and they did. Here's Cornish with 10 seconds. Able to find his way through. Rimmed out. You ball off the weak side putback.
And Stonybrook continuing to dominate the glass. That is their 7th rebound of the game.
Here's Pemberton. Checking into the lineup. That's number 30, Dan Dwyer. He's a grad also, a transfer from Penn. He will get a lot of time in there with Taylor. They'll switch around and look at that reverse underneath. And then the putback was missed by Coburn. Oh, there's action under the glass. That could have been a travel, but it wasn't called. Latimer launched a 3 and missed, and the rebound by Tariq Coburn, the transfer from St. Bonnie, from Rosedale, played at Cardozo.
And he's playing very well. He's been inserted into the starting lineup and has performed for Joel Mihalik's pride.
Averaging 7.5 points a game off the turnover. Here's DeJour Bowie. Bowie takes it by himself, swatted away, blocked by Yeboah. Transition the other way, the numbers are there. It's a 3-on-2 for Latimer, kick to the corner. On a pull-up. Too strong, Alani he missed, tried to tap it out, but it went to the hands of Eli Pemberton.
Both teams getting up and down the floor, getting good looks, not really shooting a high percentage just yet. Still feeling each other out like a good heavyweight fight, Carl.
Well, that's exactly what this is. Separated by, we said, about 30 miles. Hofstra to the west.
4 hours in traffic.
A long rebound, chased down. Pemberton spinning, found the land of the Giants, and then away from the ball. No, they got it inside. There's traffic, and there's a whole lot of subs coming in for this Stonybrook team, as will Hofstra make some substitutions as well. Jordan McKenzie, number 10. Corey Long, number 5 on the floor. Looks like number 4, Jeff O'Cherry is back in. And Andrew Garcia, Jalen Ray, number 20 on the floor for Hofstra. With Stafford Trueheart, number 15. You'd be a great football spotter. Little bit of a slow start, not the best of shooting. Wright Foreman dazzles with the dribble. Letting loose and missing was Pemberton. And the rebound to Andrew Garcia, redshirt sophomore, Harlem, New York.
We talked about the high potent offenses of both of these teams. It's been the defense of both teams so far.
That might be an offensive foul. Well, it is. It's an offensive foul on the baseline. The turnover will give the ball back to Stonybrook with 13:05 left in a one-point game in this first half.
Outstanding help side defense by Pemberton. Rotated over, took it on the chest. Good call by the officials. They got it right.
Garcia picks up the personal. It's his first. It's the third team foul on Stonybrook. Hofstra has been whistled for one. Reverse it to Jalen Ray, comes to the corner. Wright Foreman, who does more than just jump shooting now. He's got an array of shots, and 55 of his 200 shots this season have come off the dribble pad as Uboa missed.
Well, he has to expand his game, Carl. We mentioned that NBA scouts are starting to look at him. There's been talking about him being drafted maybe in the second round. He has to expand his game. He's got to be more of a point guard when he gets to the next level, because he's only about 6'1", 6'2". He can't be a shooting guard in the NBA. Has to be able to do it off the bounce.
There's a scout in the building tonight. We've known him very, very long time. He's a graduate of Stonybrook. Rich Race, who works for Mitch Kupchak down in Charlotte with the NBA. Mitch was with LA for so many years. Now he's with running the show over Charlotte.
No, there's been a lot of communication about Wright Foreman and the next level.
Tries to alley-oop inside. It got tipped, and it's run down there and saved by O'Cherry to McKenzie to Corey Long. 20 to shoot. Still a one-point game. Stonybrook up. Not the scoring that we thought we would see, because both teams, the cold shooting has really hurt, and there's another miss. Coburn on a weak side rebound.
And both of these teams averaging almost 80 points a game. 9-8, halfway into the first half.
Never would have expected that. Here's McKenzie taking it inside, then the layoff. It's a beautiful assist to Elijah Olaniyi.
Beautiful decision by McKenzie. Went to the bucket, left his feet, which is really not what you want to do, but a nice adjustment, and you dish.
11 and a half minutes remaining in this first half. 3-point lead for Stonybrook. Here's Tariq Coburn. Travel gives it right back to Stonybrook. There's a timeout on the floor. 11:29 remaining in this first half. Stonybrook 11, Hofstra 8. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
Gender identity. Respect is being the first conference to partner with the You Can Play project, and the first conference in the LGBT Sports Safe Founders Club.
Respect the coaches, the players, and the game.
Respect similarities.
Respect differences.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
Spread respect. My dentist recommended a specialist. She recommended North Shore implant and oral surgery.
The staff made me feel very comfortable. They were friendly, very professional.
I had 2 teeth that cracked. I was very nervous, but once I met the team, they made me feel very comfortable and at ease, and now I can smile, sparkle, and shine.
Trust your care to the specialists here at North Shore Implant and Oral Surgery Associates.
North Shore Implant and Oral Surgery. Call or visit nsimplant.com.
Back here at Stonybrook, Carl Reuter, Rob Pavanelli, Jeff Bernstein working the numbers. There you see the series history between these two teams. And last year, an 84-81 game. That's the Shore Bowie game that he really performed well, had 19. Justin Wright Foreman had 33 in that victory.
Yeah, well, Hofstra's going to need both of those players to step up offensively. Right now, they're down 3 and really struggling on the offensive end, Carl. 4 for 15 from the floor, 0 for 3 from downtown. This is a team that shoots 43% from beyond the arc, really struggling offensively. Stonybrook not much better, 5 for 16 from the floor.
So we play it back in here as we're coming towards 11 minutes remaining. Garcia, Olaniyi, and that's McKenzie with a kick out to the corner. And then a quick step to his right. The runner is off the mark by Olaniyi and corralled nicely there by Jacquil Taylor. from the left side. It rimmed in and out. That jumper taken by Stafford Trueheart, the junior from Lancaster, New York. He's played in every game but one. The one game he missed, he had a stomach problem, but he's back on the floor. He gives Joe Mihalik 19 minutes a night.
Yeah, started for much of the season. Tariq Coburn's been playing well. Joe Mihalik inserted Coburn into the lineup and has been playing very, very well at 22 and 10 in the last game against Manhattan, did Coburn.
Contact, no call, picked off Trueheart. Justin Wright Foreman lays it up with the left hand. And Justin Wright Foreman's second field goal, he's got 4. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, I like the way he waited for Garcia, leaned in with the shoulder, and created a little bit of space and a little finger roll off the glass.
I mentioned Wright Foreman is 4th in the nation in scoring, 25.7. The nation's leader is Chris Clemens from Campbell at 31 points a night. Nice bounce pass inside, and the foul! Oh, a strong finish, and Andrew Garcia will go to the line.
And a nice pass by Jacquil from the short porch. Stonybrook doing a nice job dissecting this Hofstra 2-3 zone. You get the ball on a low post, on a low block, maybe the short corner, and a little dump down inside. Garcia go to the line with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Part of my job is to let you know he shoots 75% from the line. I will leave it alone after that. Looking for his 3rd point of this first half to extend the lead to 4. It can work, Pav. Hey, I know you were real good when you played high school and college. I probably would have jinxed you once or twice.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure you did. You were doing games when I was in high school.
I was doing games before you were born. 15 to shoot. Some real tough man-to-man defense by Stonybrook, but able to elude and drop the jumper was number 20, Jalen Ray, his first 2, the sophomore from Hampton, Virginia.
That's a beautiful stroke. And imagine the benefit that you have if you're Joe Mihalik to be able to bring a kid like Jalen Ray off the bench. Averages almost 8 points a game, is all rookie in the CAA last year. He can really play.
Early on, he had a little hamstring problem, slight hammy, but seems to be okay now. And if they get him healthy, there's a turnaround, but too many steps, and it's a turnover to the Stonybrook Seawolves with Jerron Cornish coming back into the game. And he replaces Jordan McKenzie, who did not score.
Stonybrook's man-to-man defense has been very impressive, Carl. Really making it so difficult for Hofstra to even get really a quality look. Even that shot that Ray just hit, that was a tough fall away along the baseline.
This is a Stonybrook team, Pav, that has won 8 out of 9, including 2 straight. And the only blemish was a 2-point loss at Brown on December the 8th. And that's the game where they missed 13 free throws. So they make a couple of free throws there. This team's riding a 9-game winning streak. Speaking about riding, how about riding the hand and the shot of Miles Latimer, his second triple, he's got 6.
And continues, as we mentioned, to play better and better with more confidence. Has had 14 and 18 in the last 2 games. As we mentioned, America East Rookie of the Week. Miles Latimer can really play.
And as we said in the Delaware game and the win the other day, that one was off the mark. Over the top rebound, strong there by Jacquil Taylor. He's got 6. Jeff Bowles said Miles Latimer, he's been aggressive, he's got confidence, and he's got the green light. And yeah, he's a freshman, but he's got the green light.
And doesn't play like a freshman. He's got a great stroke, great release to get to the basket.
How about that quick maneuver on the baseline? Looking to reverse it back. Got a piece Taylor with the rejection, and then able to gather it in and hands to DeJour Bowie to the left side to Eli Pemberton. Oh! Whoa, we got a blocking foul. I did not realize that Pemberton at 6'5" has the hops like that, Pav.
You didn't see that one coming.
No.
I don't think anybody in the building did. He got up, didn't get it to go, but he'll go to the line with a chance to cut this 3-point Stonybrook lead.
Points now. Substitution. Jeff O'Cherry comes in. Andrew Garcia sits down.
Some good minutes by Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
I think Stonybrook's a little bit deeper than Hofstra. They can go to the bench and go deeper down on the bench. They've got versatile pieces. Hofstra doesn't play a whole lot of players. Maybe you'll get 7, 8 into the game.
Stonybrook has 9 players, Pav, that are getting 12-plus minutes all the way up into the low 30s. So they've got people where they're spreading. Jeff Bolster's deep.
Very deep. And there are times that they're better when they substitute. They got guys coming off the bench that really create a spark, and they play better basketball for a short period of time, and the starters come back in and get right out back up.
Timeout on the floor. Stonybrook by 1. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
And quite frankly, I think the best of the American East, the whole brand, is about the combination of athletics and academics.
Okay, now spell competition.
Competition. Competition.
Pav, you look at the stats, and both teams identical, shooting 7 for 20.
0 for 4 for Hofstra from downtown, and Stonybrook 1 for 3. Been a little bit of a struggle for both teams offensively.
Jules Moore, freshman, Houston, getting minutes as well, Pav. He's getting 13 minutes a night.
We're talking about 2 high-quality players as freshmen, Jules Moore and Miles Latimer. The future is bright in the backcourt for the Seawolves.
Might have gotten away with steps, but still a nice little dance underneath to get free.
Strong move by Yeboah. Was able to protect against the shot blocker Taylor. He used the rim to protect and finish with his left hand.
Launching, right Foreman, 3 ball, he has 7.
Let's see if that gets him going from the perimeter. That was a nice looking stroke, straight elevation.
So the pace is picking up a little bit scoring-wise now. I think both teams took a few minutes, Pav, to settle into the individual games. 3-second violation whistled against Stonybrook. Turnover to Hofstra.
A great position defensively by Jacquil Taylor. Stood his ground, kept his hand up, didn't go for any fakes inside by Moore. That was a nice defensive stand in the 2-3 zone by the Pride.
DeJour Bowie, senior from the Bronx, played at Wings Academy, picked up off the floor, the change by Yeboah. Here's Miles Latimer.
Heck of a high school team at Wings. Played with Jesse Govan from Georgetown. Billy Turnage's team won a state championship that year.
15 to shoot. Cornish got out of trouble, saved on the sideline by Latimer with 10 seconds on the clock. The entry to a cherry with a bump. And pulled down on the baseline by Jacquil Taylor.
Jacquil Taylor's been the best player on the floor tonight so far for Hofstra, doing it on both ends of the floor.
Right Foreman travels. That's surprising for a senior to have the maneuver and not get rid of the ball.
I thought he would shoot that basketball. He saw Taylor cutting to the basket. Taylor wasn't looking, and by the time he got up in the air, it was a little too late to take the shot.
Here's Cornish, the senior from the Bahamas, by way of Broward College. He has been so good this season.
Played outstanding in the last game against Delaware. Scored 10 of the last Stonybrook 12 points in that win, including the bucket to go ahead.
Knocked away by Taylor. They convert to the transition basket by Justin Wright Foreman, who's got a game-high 9.
Again, nice use of the body to protect.
Latimer to his left, working against Pemberton. Up high, right elbow, and then spinning left hand. O'Cherry with a beautiful move, just didn't go down. Look at Yeboah. And then Yeboah will get called for steps, but you cannot fault hustle and diving for a ball.
Absolutely not. Yeboah went to the ground, got the rebound. I think he was a little unsure if he was on the ground or not. That's why he stood up, but no, that is certainly a travel.
And we'll bring it back up the floor with 5.5 minutes remaining. 5-0 run by Hofstra to take a 2-point lead. Almost a backcourt violation. A pair of threes. Olanihi on right Foreman. Launching, dropping it. Tariq Coburn, his first 3 points. He has gone beyond what the coaches have asked. He's an energy guy.
He's so athletic. Played, as you mentioned, locally at Cardozo. Beautiful lefty stroke here. The steal by Bowie.
Ahead of the field. Bowie's got his first 2, and just like that, Hofstra's up by 7 with 4:57 remaining in this first half.
Hofstra so explosive offensively. That time they got the turnover, the easy bucket by Bowie, but 3 consecutive possessions, and now we got a 10-0 run by Hofstra to take a 26-19 lead with 4:57 left to go in the first half.
The Hofstra Pride taking a 7-point lead. Joe Mahalik, and here's the transition.
Therefore, watch Wright Foreman, where he brings the ball away from the defense and then brings it and extends a nice little touch off the glass. He's starting to heat up a little bit, Carl.
And after the run, Joe Mahalik now wants to extend and pressure the ball on the inbound.
Looking to extend a little bit. Usually, they want to up-tempo this game. They'll stay in that 2-3 zone for much of the game. They'll show you a couple of spurts of full court pressure just to see if they can continue that spurt, that 10-0 run we just mentioned. Then they drop right back into their traditional 2-3. Good matchup inside with O'Cherry.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun matchup with Taylor, yeah.
That's a good battle.
O'Cherry coming out, looks to set the high screen for Yeboah, launching a 3.
That was a beautiful fade screen there by O'Cherry. Good look by Cornish, and the finish by Yeboah.
His first 3 of the contest, he's got 9 points on the season. That was trifecta number 31. Contact, whistle, foul. The 16th foul on Stonybrook. Substitution for the Seawolves. Andrew Garcia coming in. Jeff O'Cherry sits down.
And Jeff Bowles has been taking O'Cherry out frequently to avoid that foul trouble that he seemingly gets into every single game. He's going to need him in the second half. He is a rim protector for the Seawolves.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, big-time rim protector in the win against Delaware. 10 rebounds, 4 block shots, and he altered 7 other shots.
Now, ultimately, it's just as good as a block shot, Carl.
Yeah.
You go to the basket, you see 6'11", that long reach. You're not going to make a lot of those. You got to be a pretty talented player to make those shots over the long extended arms of Jeff O'Cherry.
If you're going to throw a volley floater up, it's got to go 9 feet up in the air to come down 10 feet. Anthony Oshefu checking in, replacing Andrew Garcia, number 35 on the floor in the Stonybrook white. 4-point game. To the corner, letting it fly, and then a travel. There's been some weird travel calls in this game. I don't mean weird by the officials calling, just by the players of the play.
Yeah, now Pemberton that time, I think he almost traveled twice. Once on the move and the other time on the pump fake.
But you only get charged for it once, right?
He got away with it the first one. And still was complaining.
Well, one of the guys barking instructions for defense That shot was off the mark by Yeboah. Speedy Claxton, the former NBA star who played at Hofstra. Cornish went high. And then a good block out there by Pemberton to keep Stonybrook White Shirts off the glass with 3:45 remaining in this first half. And Hofstra with a 4-point lead. There's a timeout on the floor. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
Do you pay too much for your electric bill? Are you tired of electric rate rising each month? Would you like to save money by going solar without putting solar panels on your roof? Harvest Power has a solution and we would like to help. Harvest Power has saved Long Island residents thousands of dollars and we would like to assist you in saving too. From homeowners to renters to condo residents, Harvest Power has a solar program for you. Give us a call at 631-647-3402 or visit harvestpower.net to schedule a complimentary home solar assessment. Start saving today with Harvest Power, a proud sponsor of Stonybrook Athletics.
Take a look at the Stonybrook bench. Down 26-22 start. Trying to stay in this game behind the play of a Yeboah, who's got 9 points so far, Pav. Including a three-pointer.
Foreman have 9, as does Yeboah. I mean, both the big-time scorers really getting it done. Here, the beautiful flare screen for Yeboah. He knocks down the 3, but on the other end, Hofstra was able to answer in transition to Shore Bowie with the easy bucket. And he had a nice move here by Wright Foreman. Finds Coburn along the screen and a pretty left-handed 3, knocking it down. And Pride have a 4-point lead.
Elsewhere, New Hampshire is taking on Marist. New Hampshire out of the American East as well. And a tough go for our good friend Bill Harry. And they fall to 2-9 New Hampshire. Lose to Marist 58-49.
New Hampshire struggling a little bit, but, you know, he's going to have those guys prepared. They're always a lot tougher as the season progresses. Billy Harry knows what he's doing, has had some career.
Nice left hand flipped in there.
A nice left-handed move by Tariq Coburn, starting to heat up as well.
He's got 5 points. Ron Niclario was his coach at Cardozo. Now you talk about a cartoon character and Ron Niclario, and I love Ronnie. St. John's guy.
I could tell you stories about Ronnie Niclario. We don't have enough time in the broadcast, Carl.
No, you could write a book. Tim Kelly's got a foul. It's whistled against the Hofstra Pride. And it's on number 23, Jacquil Taylor. That's his second of the ball game.
Another nice luxury for Joe Mahalik, can bring two grad students off the bench in Taylor and Dan Dwyer, both around 6'9", 6'10".
It's kind of been a trend now in his 6th year at Hofstra that he's brought in that grad guy.
Well, they bring experience, they bring a lot of composure, they bring intelligence, you know, to the ball club. They're a big part of the success so far for Hofstra.
How about this kid, how successful he is? Miles Latimer, only a freshman.
Really doesn't take a lot of bad shots, Carl, as a freshman. And he could be a volume scorer, but he just picks his spots. And he almost, you know, every time they need a big bucket, he's there to knock it down, as is Tariq Coburn right now.
Coburn's second triple, he's got 8. And for Coburn on the season, that's his 10th triple. But if you go back to Latimer, he's shooting 41% overall, but 44% for the freshman from the arc.
Yeah. No, he knows how to play the game, Carl. You mentioned so many times, doesn't play like a freshman, doesn't take shots like a freshman, doesn't make freshman decisions.
trying to find his way through, and then threw an errant pass was Jalen Ray, picked off by the aforementioned freshman. Latimer all the way. Too strong. Battle for it. Latimer comes up with the loose basketball and a fresh, well, actually it wasn't a fresh. I don't know why the shot clock didn't reset.
I don't know if his shot hit the
Maybe it did. You're probably right, Pav. Not probably. You are right. Alley-oop. Try to drop it off of Cornish. And it goes off of the Stonybrook player. And it will be Hofstra ball with 1:45 remaining in this first half.
Errant pass there by Bowie, but nice job by Wright Foreman. Able to save it and knock it off Cornish. Now it'll remain Hofstra basketball.
24 seconds on the shot clock, 1:45 on the game clock in a 7-point game. And we've got some more conversation. And now we're ready to go. It will be Justin Wright Foreman, the senior, to trigger the inbound. Left open, Jalen Ray. Out it. And Yeboah has it rattled in and out.
Hofstra with 3 lefty shooters on the floor at the same time, Carl. Unusual.
Cornish missed there. Here's Bowie for 3. Another rim out. Fighting for the rebound was Dan Dwyer, number 30, but it's taken away by Elijah Olaniyi. Right to the basket, he got hammered. They've got an offensive foul on Elijah Olaniyi, and Jeff Bowles, arms extended, saying, I don't think so.
A little bit out of control, but I don't know if Ray had position on that one. Could have gone either way.
First personal on Elijah Olaniyi, the sophomore from Newark, New Jersey. Jeff Bowles trying to rally that team in the huddle, down by 7, won 8 out of 9, came into this game with a mark of 10-2 overall. Hofstra's at 8-3, winners of 5 straight.
Has some tough losses on the road. All 3 of their losses on the road, Carl, to Maryland, to VCU, and to Marshall. Here is the play right there. Yep, I stand corrected. That looks like a charge.
See, now I would have said no, because I didn't think was it Jalen Ray, the defensive guy?
I thought, yeah, it was Jalen Ray.
I didn't think he had both feet planted, Pav.
Again, that's why it's such
the angle. I don't think he was straight with the
body. The angle, he wasn't straight up, but he was standing still, and he was outside of the restraining line, so I thought it was a pretty good call.
Early numbers there, well, actually, numbers here in the first half. And again, you're looking at Latimer, a guy who averages 11.5 a night, 4 rebounds. So he's going to be right there again.
Absolutely. And he, like we mentioned, just keeps getting better and better every game.
Here's Dwyer, 6'8", 215-pounder, set the screen, and then the pull-up from about 10. 11 points now for Justin Wright Foreman.
That was a tough move, Carl. The spin move, the elevation, and the smooth little 12-foot jump shot over the extended arm of Ochefu.
Largest lead of the game right now for Hofstra at 9 points in the final 50 seconds of this first half. Baseline. You almost don't want to say anything. You want to wait for the official's call, and it will be on Hofstra.
Again, I thought that was pretty good position there by Ray. Yeboah lowered his shoulder right into him, but maybe his feet were moving at the end. We got a tough angle from here.
Jalen Ray's first personal. 20 seconds remain on the shot clock. Yeboah watched by Ray. Mashefu off the beautiful spin, then tied up. It's on the floor. 16 foul against Hofstra. Stonybrook has committed the 7 with 40.5 remaining.
I would imagine that he and his brother Daniel worked on low post moves together for many a night. That was textbook. Little spin move up and under, drew the contact.
Helped Daniel win a ring 2016 with Villanova. Whoa. So now they whistle. We're going to go back the other way on the offensive foul on Stonybrook. And it's on number 35, Anthony Ashefu, his first.
And Jacquil working hard to get position. Got called with a little push-off.
Needless to say, weird first half.
Very strange call.
Right?
That is an outstanding, analysis there. I mean, it's just no flow.
Right.
Neither team is getting into the flow offensively. A lot of strange calls, a lot of strange travels.
Shot clock is moving to 5, 12 and a half, launching a long three was Justin Wright Foreman. There is time for Miles Latimer. Try to go off the dribble. This will be three. And got it at the horn. Miles Latimer, his third triple pad. He's got 11 in the contest.
What a move by Latimer. The pump fake to create space and knocks it down at the buzzer.
Huge basket by Miles Latimer. Cuts the lead to only 6. Latimer has 3 3-pointers, 11 points to lead Stonybrook. It's 33-27. Hofstra at the break. Back with more right after this on ESPN+. Right. I got the coach. I have to interview the football coach. You have to leave. How are you, my man? Everything good? Awesome. Good. All right, get the fool in the den. All right, we're back here at Stonybrook where Hofstra has a 33-27 halftime lead. So happy to be joined by the football coach here at Stonybrook, Chuck Priori. And Chuck, we've done this once or twice before in our lifetime, but Christmas comes early now with signing day. So we're going to show the people who you've signed. There's 9 players that are on that graphic, but you did get a late one. You have Deshaun Brinson. He's out of the Bronx, Paramus Catholic, but talk about some of the players and what signing day was all about today.
Well, we're excited about a couple of local kids. We got Keith Winfrey from William Floyd, who played in the championship game this year. Aiden Kaler from Sayville. I mean, 2 good local kids. Jackson kid from Freeport, who was, champions this year. So we want to keep our home flavor at home. And we got a lot of New York representation in this group.
I noticed that when I saw the list and it came out early. Of the 10 players, basically the tri-state area is 9 of the 10. You went to Rock Hill, South Carolina to get another player, but is that something you're focusing on now? You're at Long Island University here. You're Stonybrook, you're on the island. Are you looking to keep the hometown talent here at home?
Yeah, and Actually, the kid from North Carolina went to school in New York, so all 10 have New York roots at some level. Yeah, I think we can represent football on Long Island, New York City area, and what's better than win with your backyard?
When you look at this list of players, do we see impact players? Is it too hard to read? Is it too early to read if anybody can make an impact and play as a true freshman and really get on the field?
Well, the Justin Morgan kid is a transfer. He went to Poly Prep, spent time at the University of Pittsburgh, and his past years at a junior college. He's a projected guy that should come in and play right away. The rest of the guys, they're freshmen. It's college football. We do have a kicker here that we're excited about. He's the New Jersey kid. He led all-time leading scorer in the state of New Jersey. Holds every record of points total, and a guy that I think can come in here and compete right away.
Chuck, when you look at this group, combined with what's coming back, the excitement level here at Stonybrook would be what for next year, coming off of 2 straight years of going to the FCS playoffs.
Yeah, and I think this represents what we're doing. We've got quality football players, quality student athletes, and as you articulated, Stonybrook is different today than it was before. So, I think with what we have coming back, these guys, we still have 7 scholarships left, which will mix with this group, and I think very pleased, and progress is important and development's important.
With 7 still that you can offer to, with that said, plus waiting till next year, what goes through the procedure now of the coaching staff from here until we get ready with spring practice?
Yeah, development of them. They spend a lot of time with our strength coaches, a lot of time with us in football-related activities, a lot of film watching. I think the biggest thing is development. I think one of the reasons we've gotten better is we've been able to redshirt. We've got 82 kids in our program, 81 of them have redshirted, which means they're a year older, they've been in the weight room a year longer, they learned our system a year longer before they have to get on the field. That's been an important priority of mine, to get kids older playing on the field and not competing with younger kids, and we've been able to do it and still win.
I don't think people realize the importance of that, and we're running out of time. They're in my ear saying we've got to end this, but we'll pick up on that point at a later date. But I want to thank you for coming on here. Great group of guys you're bringing in. We wish you nothing but success. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and thanks so much. It's always a pleasure to sit and talk football with Chuck Priore.
Appreciate that, Carl. Take care.
All right, Chuck Priore, he's the head football coach here at Stonybrook University. We're at the break, and Hofstra's on top of Stonybrook by the score of 33-27. Back with more right after this timeout on ESPN+.
Awesome.
Thanks, Chuck.
Great job,
man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good. It's funny. You have a Jordan Jackson and the other kid in the same game, and you get to see them both playing in number 1 and number 2 in the state when they went into that game. So it'll be exciting. Really?
Got to mature.
But you anticipate he has the potential to be that big guy.
He can be different.
And it's always good to have a kicker.
That kid.
How far would you let him go right now? You needed a field goal. 45, 48?
He's a potential 40-plus kid.
Okay.
He's not long to walk the game.
Thanks, Chuck. See you later, kid. I don't want to hear about Hofstra at halftime, 33-27 over Stonybrook Pav, as we get a chance to take a look at the halftime highlights.
A strange game, as you mentioned, Carl. Here inside your bow with a host of moves and a nice little kiss off glass. No good, but O'Cherry's there to put it back. Hofstra did a nice job on the glass, as did Stonybrook. This is my favorite play of the game so far. McKenzie with the beautiful drive and the no-look inside for Lanier for the bucket. Jalen Ray off the bench providing a spark for the Pride. Knocks down a little baseline jumper. Bashir Bowie with an uncontested layup. Hofstra had 11 points off turnovers, and there to end the half, the beautiful move by Miles Latimer. He led Stonybrook with 11.
It's incredible that the freshman has done it once again. As you take a look at the halftime numbers, the shooting percentages picked up as the game got deeper into the second half. You see Stonybrook shooting 4 of 7 from the arc. Points in the paint is where Hofstra's getting the job done. And when you look at tonight's first half stat of the game, it has to be the shooting of the Stonybrook freshman, Miles Latimer. 4 of 6 overall, 3 of 4 from the arc. He has a team-high 11 points. The stat of the game is brought to you by Jake's 58 Hotel and Casino. Jake's 58, where Long Island wins. Well, someone from Long Island's going to win this game.
Yes, they will. Both teams have to pick it up, though, offensively, Carl.
Launching the long three and missing was Cornish. And this will be Hofstra's first possession of the second half.
Nice rebound.
Shake and bake. Oh, that's smooth. He's got 13, Justin Wright Foreman, halfway to his scoring average of just under 26 a night, which is 4th in the country.
And that was too easy for Wright Foreman. He just came down, one quick little in and out move and a pull-up jump shot. Stonybrook has to make that harder.
And I like the kick out, the strong board to kick it out and set it up again. Yeboah lowered the shoulder but got away with it. Blocking foul, baseline left. And it will be taking on the numbers, but he'll get whistled as Justin Wright Foreman picking up his first.
No question about it, Carl. Wright Foreman was still moving, didn't have firm position. You can be moving along the baseline, but at that time, he was moving a little too much, and that was a nice move by Yeboah.
Latimer. The up fake, too strong. Rebound, Jacquil Taylor. Popping Bowie. Look at Latimer amongst 3 Hofstra players, pull the board, and now takes it the distance.
Coast to coast, the beautiful finger roll by the freshman Latimer, who now has 13.
He ties Justin Wright Foreman for game-high honors. Whistle with Hofstra in a 6-point lead. Quick sub. Is he hurt?
Eli Pemberton is hurt. He came right out of the game.
Evan Malling's the trainer walking right over to him.
And that would be a big blow to the Pride. Their second leading scorer, terrific rebounder and defender.
15 points a game. Man who just checked in, firing. And that was Stafford Trueheart. And another whistle.
Jacquil Taylor has done an outstanding job all night long, Carl. That's his 8th rebound, has 6 points. Getting it done inside for the Pride.
Substitution, Pav, Anthony Oshefu, number 35. On the floor for Stonybrook, Jeff O'Cherry. Sit it out with his 3rd personal. That's the one downer to his game. Gotta keep him out of foul trouble.
And Jeff Bowles talks to him about it on the sidelines. Has talked to us about it constantly before every game. We have to keep him out of foul trouble.
In tight, did not go. Traffic and spinning out is Stafford Trueheart. Bowie kicks it out. A high step from the right side, and we'll have a blocking foul on the shot attempt. Nearly 2 minutes in to this second half.
The officials are doing a real nice job with the block charge calls tonight, Carl. That, no question about it. Trueheart was able to sidestep with a little euro there, and Yeboah was not in position.
See, I didn't say anything.
That's why he missed it.
But Stafford Trueheart on the season is now 4 of 10. That might be the weak link to the team that leads the country at 81% from the line. Misses 2, they've missed 4. But on the putback and the foul, Tariq Coburn
And that is a backbreaker. I know it's early on, but Stonybrook cannot allow that. You got the opportunity when Trueheart missed both free throws, but Coburn stays with it, gets the rebound, goes to the bucket, scores, and has got a chance to go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Coburn now has 10, looking for 11. The transfer from St. Bonnie, the rebounder, the guy who plays hard. He's contagious on what he does on the floor. Drops the free throw. He's got 11. See, I didn't give his numbers on the season. He's shooting 78%. So maybe I'll give you the number after he shoots.
After he shoots it, right.
Yeah.
You're learning. 70
me a
years
long
in the business,
time.
you're finally figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeboah 3. Short. Did not follow it. And the long rebound on a hop to Wright Foreman. Off that hesitation kick to the corner to Coburn. Found the opening.
Strong move by Coburn, able to absorb the contact, and a quick timeout by Stonybrook and Jeff Bowles.
The lead has ballooned to 11 at 40-29 with 17:46 remaining in this second half.
Respect is hard work. Respect is dedication.
Respect is earned on the court or on the field. Respect doesn't judge based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
Respect is being the first conference to partner with the You Can Play project and the first conference in the LGBT Sports Safe Founders Club.
Respect the coaches, the players, and the game.
Respect similarities.
Respect differences.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
It's more than heating, more than plumbing, or servicing your furnace. Petro is a promise.
A promise to come when you call.
24/7, no matter the weather or emergency. To deliver oil and propane on time. A promise to fix it right with highly trained technicians. And to do whatever it takes to keep your heating system up and running. That's what makes Petro number one. It's our people and our promise. The Petro Promise. Save on oil and propane today. Call Petro Home Services.
Every morning, I'm on the 624 train to Manhattan. Get my coffee, walk to my office. Just a regular day. When you're up in Manhattan, there's action everywhere. But when you can't walk a block, it's just very limiting to your life. What happens to you when your heart starts to fail? I went to Stonybrook because their cardiac program is really specialized. With my ventricular assist device, now I don't have those numbers. This really made my life worth living again.
17:46 remaining in this second half, and that was a good called timeout to stop that bleeding by Jeff Bowles and Stonybrook.
No question about it. Hofstra's come out here in the second half, very aggressive call. They're really pushing the tempo. They're being aggressive, getting to the basket. They're getting shots to go down. That was a good timeout. Down 11. This is a dangerous time right now for Stonybrook. They've got to come down and answer with a couple of buckets and a couple of stops before this can get away from them.
I look at the points in the paint, and it's almost double, 22-12 Hofstra over Stonybrook, but it's off the turnovers, the points, Pavel.
It's a little deceiving. It's a little deceiving. It's not post-up moves. It's it's a lot of transition baskets. They'll count those as points in the paint when you're getting off steals.
Last touch by Stonybrook. Turnover. Gives it back to Hofstra, and for Stonybrook, that's turnover number 10. Hofstra has really not cherished the basketball either, having turned it over 8 times.
Yeah. As we mentioned, first half a little bit sloppy, a little choppy. Hofstra looks good here in the second half, though.
Looking on the cut there, Coburn could not find the pass. But DeJour Bowie found his way to the basket. He's got 4.
Beautiful use of the high pick and roll. Waited to see if there's any help coming. No help came, and able to use his body to shield the defender and finish off glass.
Olaniyi. Oh, the follow beautifully by Garcia. He's got 5. Big basket for Stonybrook.
And that's what Jeff Bowles' team need. They need to be aggressive, going to the glass. That's been the secret to their success this season.
Rejection down low by Elijah Olaniyi.
Olaniyi only about 6'4". He got up that time to knock away the shot by the big Jacquil Taylor. Runs around 6'10".
Olaniyi is the sophomore out of Newark, New Jersey. The lob down low and the finish by Jacquil Taylor. 4th field goal. He has 8.
Way too easy. Way too easy, Carl. No weak side help. One simple pass inside from the sideline out of bounds.
That was a legitimate couple of points in the paint.
Yes, it was.
Latimer has really not found the flow in the first few minutes of this half since knocking down the three at the horn. Speaking about knocking it down, Garcia now starting to assert himself. He's got 7 points.
Nice strong post move against the bigger Taylor.
Bowie to Coburn, stepping back, being watched by Latimer. McKenzie now on Bowie. Taylor looks to set the screen. Right Foreman went down, no whistle, but now a whistle on the rebound. And it will be against the Hofstra Pride, getting whistled for its second personal of this half. Timeout on the floor, 15:54 left in the second half. Hofstra by 11. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
Their intensity and drive, but also the camaraderie that I saw on that team and the way they stick with each other was incredible.
Number one in the nation and is pursuing the national championship.
Because of their ability to elevate the school as a whole, I wanted to reach out and honor them. And the crowd really erupted in applause when we talked about them because what they've done, and again, not just this year, but 3 years previously for the seniors as well, has been extraordinary for the university.
Looking for a new vehicle? We've got it at Cantillo Auto Group. Nissan, Chevy, Hyundai, with over 4,000 vehicles in stock, both new and pre-owned. Cantillo Auto Group is a proud official sponsor of Stonybrook Athletics. And right now, all Stonybrook students, faculty, and alumni can take advantage of special employee factory pricing. Talk about a win. Cantillo Auto Group, family owned and operated for over 40 years. Visit one of our 4 convenient locations and go Seabold.
It needs a little more flavor.
Woo, my brother! The Ninja Bar is in the house! Oh yeah!
Nope, I think we're good. TickPick, the only ticket resale marketplace with no hidden fees. Think StubHub with less fees. Find them online or in the App Store. TickPick, every ticket, no hidden fees.
Here, the nice drive to the basket you mentioned by Bowie. The little adjustment and the kiss off the glass. To the bucket, some good defense, but the follow by Garcia, then put back for Stonybrook. Stonybrook struggling a little bit here in the second half offensively, Carl. Down early, 11-6 run by by Hofstra. And the reason possibly for that, the 2 high scores for Stonybrook this season, Akwazi Yaboa and Elijah Alani. Right now, they are 5 for 20 from the floor. Alani only 1 for 7. You need Jeff Bowles. They need those 2 players to step up offensively, get some buckets if they're going to get back in this game. Right now, down 11, 15:55 to go.
You know, Pav, with a mark of 10 and 2, is Hofstra extending now into the backcourt. Errant throw, it pays off. Right Foreman over his shoulder. Bowie looks for 3, and a rebound to Latimer. It's not the first time that Stonybrook has found themselves down in games. They have rallied from double digits. It's not a model of consistency that you would want to see coming back. It's a model of inconsistency right now on why they fall, but how do they come back? I think that's the confidence that they will have, that they know they can come back, but it's not something you want to fall into that kind of a pattern with.
No, absolutely not, Carl, but this is a resilient basketball team. They
100%.
play hard, they rebound. We mentioned that they were down 22-0 versus GW and came back and won that game. So they do know how to come back in the game.
5 minutes deep into the second half. McKenzie on a pull-up, a piece from behind, knocked away, and it was taken down by the Hofstra Pride.
They're not going to come back in the game with quick shots. That time McKenzie, the time before by Latimer. There has to be more patience on the offensive end.
Dwyer looking for an outlet, and now they're going to kind of reset it now.
Smart decision by the grad transfer from Penn. Nothing. You wouldn't expect anything different.
I'm sure Wharton School of Business or something, right? Now looks to set the high screen. That was from like NBA range for Right Foreman, but it was short.
He struggled a little bit from the perimeter as well. Not a normal game right now. I think he's 1 for 5 from downtown.
Cherry playing with the 3. Was off the mark. Tariq Coburn cleaning the glass. A little sloppy, but Bowie tried to reverse was Dwyer. Was rejected, but Hofstra keeps possession. Shot clock to 15. The shovel, no look by Wright Foreman looking for Dwyer goes out of bounds.
Not a good possession there by Hofstra. A couple careless passes.
Speaking about possessions, when you stuck double digits, this is huge right now for Stonybrook.
Absolutely. Last two times, quick shots. They have to get the ball to Yeboah at one point in time in this possession. He has to touch the basketball somewhere in his scoring area. He's got a mismatch inside right now. Ray trying to guard him.
Steps. Could not hold that pivot foot was Andrew Garcia. The turnover back to the Hofstra Pride.
You have one of the top players in the area in Yeboah, and the last three possessions, down 11, has not touched the basketball. He was calling for the ball. They screened. They did a nice job screening. He got the mismatch with Ray guard him inside. Never saw the ball.
He's averaging 20.4 points per night.
When we speak of, he's going to take a quick breather. He's a little frustrated right now.
Let him watch a little bit. I think that's good for him. He'll come in fresh in a couple of minutes. A runner, no good, taken by Ray. Latimer got tied up. You know, when you talk about the frustration that you might see with Yeboah, look what he's done. You know, in the last, he had 25, 23, 24. He had 23 or 4 the other night against Delaware.
You know, he's frustrated a little bit offensively, but you got to give a lot of credit to Hofstra doing a tremendous job defensively in his 2-3 zone. It's very active, it's long, it's aggressive, not giving any easy open looks, and there they come up with another steal.
Now that was a kick ball, and that's a great call right on the play was Nathan Hall.
Inadvertent kick, though, Carl.
Yes,
it still was a kick. Ray was spinning around on the ground. He didn't know where the ball was. He just turned and kicked the ball ahead. It was a heck of a pass if they didn't call it.
Have you mentioned that Stonybrook this year averaging 76 points a game? The least amount of points they had was in the win at Rhode Island. They put 68 on the board in a 68-58 win. So right now they need a big run to get to that number.
And there's
a
start right there. Olani able to get to the basket and break the seal on the hoop.
Second field goal for Olani. He's got 4 points.
Some token pressure there by Stonybrook to create a turnover.
It'll be interesting to watch now because you're trying to hold on to this lead, and Hofstra likes transition up and down, as does Stonybrook, but now kind of settling. And now what happens in the half-court settle? It's thrown kind of down by Olani, who's got 6, and just like that, it's a 7-point game. A little sloppy on the offensive side.
Real nice adjustment there, though, by Jeff Bowles. Went to the full court pressure a little bit and then dropped back into a 2-3 zone. Nice anticipation by Olani. And he busts out for another basket. And as you mentioned, cut the lead to 7. Here it is. Out of nowhere, the lightning quick sophomore in the finish.
He thought about maybe the flush, but then he said, you know what, let's get the 2-pointer.
We needed the basket right there. He saw Stafford Trueheart chasing him down. Trueheart, a sensational athlete.
So the Stonybrook Seawolves
over this game. Stonybrook getting right back in. We talked about their ability to come back in games, Carl.
They have that ability. I don't know how they do it, but if you ask Jeff Bowles, and we talked about it, he'll just use that word confidence. We don't want to get down, but they are a confident group where they know that they can make a run. And let's face it, Pav, college basketball is a total game of runs.
And more and more so every year, Carl, especially with so many players shooting the 3. You get hot, you miss a couple, I mean, it changes the complexion of the game so quickly. The other thing about Stonybrook and Jeff Bowles, he can go to the bench and bring guys off the bench who are sparking them game in and game out. You know, we mentioned Yeboah struggled a little bit. He sat down, and look, Stonybrook goes on a run.
You just don't know in this game. And this clock is showing 12 and a half left. Hofstra led 33-27 at halftime. Right now, lead by 7. So they've upped that lead by 1, but they were up a few moments ago by 11 points for the Pride, who under Joe Mahalik, graduate from LaSalle. You know, I didn't realize that Joe captained the 1978 LaSalle team. Then he got his coaching career started at DeMatha under Morgan Wooten. Then he was an assistant to Speedy Morris at LaSalle. Then he was the head coach at Niagara from 1998 to 2013. And he took the team to two NCAAs. He's had a history, and he's got two sons that are coaching college basketball.
And a son who coaches college track and field as well.
He's got Joe Mahalik Jr. coaching with Steve Donahue at Penn. And his son Matt is an assistant coach to John Gallagher in this conference, the America East, up at Hartford. By the way, hello to John Gallagher, because I have a feeling John Gallagher's watching the game tonight.
No question about it. Well, Mahalik, one of the classiest guys
Yes.
in the business. You know, in this business where it's so cutthroat, you gotta win, you gotta win. Joe Mahalik is one of those classy guys that you root for, even when you're playing against him.
I was introduced to Joe Mahalik when Tom Pecora was still the head coach at Hofstra. This could have been 15, 17 years ago. He introduces me, said, "Hey, Joe, this is Carl." He tells me tells Joe who I am. You would have thought I knew Joe Mahalik for 20 years, Pat.
Absolutely. And it's the same way every time you see him.
Yep.
Stonybrook staying with that 2-3 zone that was effective last possession.
The left-handed shot was knocked away by Jeff O'Cherry, who came in with 25 block shots to lead the Stonybrook team. He's got 2 now tonight, and he pulled down the rebound, and he got hacked on the glass.
And the struggles continue for Wright Foreman. He is now 1 of 7 from downtown. Uncharacteristic, tremendous shooter all season long. He's shooting almost 39% from downtown coming into this game.
Batted around.
It's going to stay Stonybrook basketball.
You know, you look at a 7-point game. Stonybrook has only gone to the free throw line one time in this contest. They made the one, but they've only gone one time.
And that's from a team that goes to the line, that prides itself on getting to the line game in and game out.
Left hand going window for field goals. Elijah Olani now with 8 points, and the lead is down to 5. They chipped 6 off of it. And you never foul a jump shooter, and Jalen Ray will go to the line for 2.
Getting back to Olani, he is taking over right now. He's on a personal 8-0 run.
Jalen Ray has 2 points. Came into the game averaging almost 8. Do I dare say it? 14 of 17, now 15 of 18 from the free throw line. He's got 3.
And we look over at the Hofstra bench. Eli Pemberton still struggling to get up off the bench, so it looks like he's not going to return tonight. Again, we mentioned that's a big blow, the second leading scorer for the Pride.
15 points tonight for Pemberton, the junior out of Middletown, Connecticut. And he's been playing so well of late. On a pull-up from the left side, rimmed out.
Nice move by Cornish, just didn't get it to go, the high arcer.
Do you know that this is Hofstra's first game? 8-day stretch, no games, December the 11th to the 18th. So it's the first game since an 80-50 win against Manhattan on December the 10th.
And they look a little off center right now offensively. Carl struggling there, a careless turnover by Wright Foreman in transition. This is a team that was rolling offensively and has really struggled from the floor and taking care of the basketball.
Yeboah, O'Cherry, but it was cherry-picked by DeJour Bowie, who flips to Justin Wright Foreman. Hands it off to Jalen Ray on a stop and pop. Yeboah with a big snag on the glass. Here's Cornish.
Yeboah again for three. Great decision there by Cornish to dribble drive. Found a wide open Yeboah for a three, and he knocks it down. We got a 4-point lead.
Yeboah's last two baskets have been triples. He's got 12, but as you said, Pav, the numbers are important, a 46 to 42. Tough skip pass. Coburn answers with a triple. His third, he's got 16.
Good ball movement there by Hofstra. Moved the ball around the perimeter. Coburn with a sweet lefty stroke from downtown.
Coburn has doubled his season average. He came in averaging almost 8.
Stonybrook got away with almost a careless turnover right there by Cornish. Went off Ray.
Substitution, Anthony Jacquil comes in for Stonybrook, and they'll rest Jeff O'Cherry. Inbound by Olaniyi. Here's Latimer. Shot clock winding down with 12. Flashing Olaniyi from the foul line. Big rebound by Oshefu. Recovered was Olaniyi. Whip it around to Latimer on a pull-up. That's a freshman.
The patience. When he got in the lane, he was just so patient. Took the extra bounce, little pump fake, pull-up jump shot. That's a tough shot, Carl.
He's got 15 points. He had 18 a couple of games ago, career high. Dropped 14 against Delaware. Tonight, 15. That's consistency. To his right was Bowie. Flipped hands, went right-handed. Olaniyi wants to push after the pull. Out of control. Whistle. It's on the floor.
Well, looked like there was pretty good hands by Coburn on the strip down, but he got a piece of the arm of Olaniyi.
So we will get the inbound. Hofstra with 5 team fouls. Stonybrook has committed 4. 25 on the shot clock. Yeboah thought about it and then drew the double team. .12 to shoot. Wide open is Cornish. His first 3 points, Pav.
Big bucket, though. The senior jump shooter. Huge bucket. That's what leaders do, Carl.
Gerard Cornish, the senior from the Bahamas, gets Hofstra.
He hit big buckets in the last game against Delaware, and that one may be the biggest one of the night.
Yeah, it gets that Hofstra lead down to just 2. Back up to 5, courtesy of Wright Foreman, who's got 16 on that 3-pointer.
Let's see if that gets him on track. 8:11 left to go, up 5. Has really struggled to find his stroke tonight.
Timeout on the floor, 8:11 left. Hofstra by 5. All the action, you're watching it on ESPN+.
Okay, now spell competition.
Competition. Competition.
Local 138 of the International Union of Operating Engineers is proud of its role in helping build the future of Stonybrook University and supporting the Stonybrook Seawolves. Integrity and the extraordinary work ethic of union men and women. That's why Local 138 is a valued part of the team that is creating the buildings that house academic excellence here at Stonybrook. Local 138 says, go Stonybrook, but build it Union.
And we're back. The huddle of Jeff Bowles. He is sitting with his back to us, and here's some nice shooting.
Yeah, nice patience there by Stonybrook. Cornish with his first bucket of the game, the big three to cut the lead to 2. But the answer on the other end, only 2 for 8 from downtown, but none bigger that one than for Wright Foreman. He has 16 for Hofstra, as does Tariq Coburn.
Yeah, he's got 16, as you mentioned. On the flip side, Miles Latimer, the freshman for Stonybrook, he's leading the Seawolves with 15, followed by Akwazi Yeboah, who's got 12. So here we go, 8 minutes and 11 seconds. Stonybrook came into this one winners of 8 out of 9, including 2 in a row. Mark of 10 and 2 overall. Hofstra looking for its 6th straight win. That 5-game winning streak has gotten the Pride to an 8-3 mark in late December.
Almost a quick steal there by Bowie. And Hofstra extending a little 2-2-1, three-quarter court pressure. See if they can turn Stonybrook over, get them out of their rhythm, because Stonybrook's looked good the last few possessions offensively.
Here's Cornish, who had that 3 just a moment ago, right before the media timeout. Latimer with a shake and bake pull-up, the tip by a Sheffield, and then at 6'2", Justin Wright Foreman on the rebound.
That's a quality look there for Latimer. The high pick and roll against the 2-3 zone. The pull-up jumper just a little bit short.
Here's Wright Foreman. Oh, he's starting to heat up, and that's back-to-back three-pointers. He's got 19, which puts him within 7 of his average of just under 26 a night, good for 4th in the country. 8-point lead, but a lot of time left with 7+ minutes. Flashing Yeboah. 10 seconds to shoot for Olaniyi. Nice look down on the block. And the left hand put in by a Sheffield.
Good ball movement, great patience by Stonybrook, and the easy bucket inside by Ochefu.
On that possession, Pav, it looked like Stonybrook said, you're not going to deny us the low block basket.
And they really did a nice job attacking that inside, that little gap in that zone. You want to look for the soft spot in the zone. And in the 2-3 zone, it's usually right around that foul line area. Then when you converge, you got that little dump down pass.
Off the mark, tapped around, taken down by Taylor. Fresh 30 for Hofstra, up by 6.5 left.
Hofstra going to go to that high screen again for Wright Foreman.
The opening, the runner, no good. Akwazi Yeboah, the rebound. Boy, Latimer, a little bit too quick for himself. Uncharacteristic turnover for a freshman that he is. And I say freshman that he is because he doesn't play like one.
No, he doesn't. Tried to do a little bit too much there. The pump fake, the jab fake. He'll slow down a little bit. You know, there's plenty of time. No need to rush.
We now have 6 minutes left in the game. Or at least in the second half. Oh, the up and under by Bowie.
And that was over O'Cherry. What a beautiful move. That little spin, the English off glass with the right hand. Terrific
got
move.
6, Pav. Yeah. Cornish responds with a triple.
Great extra pass by Alani. He finds Cornish in the corner with his second three-pointer here in the second half.
5-point game last year on this floor, 84-81. Hofstra with a 3-point victory. And we'll shoot some free throws with DeJour Bowie. He'll go to the line. All right, Pav, I'm going to give the numbers because it's late and it's important. 27 for 29, 93% for Bowie, the senior from the Bronx, first trip to the line.
I like the way he's knifing to the basket the last couple possessions. And that is the 4th personal foul on Jeff O'Cherry as well. As you see, Garcia checking in for Alani.
Second of 2 for DeJour Bowie.
Those were pure.
7-point advantage. Latimer with a kick to the corner. Number 23, Garcia missed the triple. Number 23, Taylor on the rebound.
Taylor's done a great job controlling both ends of the glass.
6'10" out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. A transfer from Purdue. Boilermaker country. Walking through was Justin Wright Foreman, who's got 21.
Last three possessions, too easy of dribble penetration allowed by Stonybrook. The first two by Bowie, and that time by Wright Foreman.
Latimer. What a shot! And a quick timeout. Latimer's got 17, 7-point game, 4:39 on the clock.
So herky-jerky. He's got that blonde hair flowing, head going back and forth. Tough shot off glass for the freshman.
I'll tell you, this is now 17 points. He's one shy of tying his career high of 18.
He continues to get better, and here, the tough shot off glass and a quick timeout by Jeff Bowles. Down 7, 4:39 left to go. We should have a good, entertaining end of this basketball game without question.
4 minutes and 39 seconds left. Island Federal Arena, east end of Long Island, the home to Stonybrook University. The Seawolves hosting the other Division I school on Long Island, 30 miles to the west of us, in Hofstra University, which is located in Hempstead. We're in Stonybrook tonight. Look at the numbers, 7 of 12 shooting, and he's added 6 boards.
Terrific. They're going to extend Stonybrook a little 1-2-2 3/4. Toe compression and drop back into the zone.
Here's Bowie, angling to his right. Now to his left. Lost it on the way up. Scramble. Latimer. It's 1-on-2. What's he going to do?
He's going to step through, Carl. That is one heck of a move. The beautiful Euro step, left to right, the little English.
That is a career-high 19 points for the freshman.
And a tough call down on this end. I thought he had pretty good position. Did Latimer? They'll call that on the ground.
19 points for Miles Latimer. He had 18 against LIU Brooklyn a couple of games ago. Timeout on the floor. It's a ball game. 5-point lead. Back with more on ESPN+. Well, the crowd is abuzz right now, Pat, because not only is it a game, but somebody hit a money ball just a second ago.
Young lady hit a $500 three-pointer. Got the crowd going. The Stonybrook cheerleaders out throwing some T-shirts around. We got some excitement. 4 minutes left to go, Carl. 5-point game.
I look at a 5-point game. I look at Miles Latimer, the freshman, career high 19, 8 of 13 shooting, 3 of 4 from the arc. He is doing absolutely everything. But the number that impresses me the most in 31 minutes, only one turnover.
Oh, he's a smart basketball player. Here, watch this move. Watch this beautiful step to left to right. And a little finger roll.
Pull up. And heating up along to Justin Wright. Foreman with 23.
And he has been impressive down here, down the stretch, Carl.
That was an air ball on a three-point attempt by Latimer.
Not a bad shot. No, a clean look at the basket.
And now they will pressure and pick up in the backcourt. Stonybrook. Still time. I mean, there's 3:35. That's eternity in this game.
They got to get a stop on this possession, though, Stonybrook, though. Justin Foreman-Wright's going to look to go. Foreman, excuse me. High screen by Taylor. It's been very, very successful last few possessions.
On a stop and pop, the weak side flying through is Jerron Cornish. Key possession right here. To Garcia in the block. Rejected there by Taylor. Still 18 to shoot. Stonybrook with possession. To the corner. Olani, he lost it on an open look, but gets it back. 8 to shoot. Backing it out. Cornish. Yeboah for 3.
Nice decision. And the knockdown 3 by Yeboah.
His last 3 baskets have been from the arc. He's got 15 points.
He does a great job, Carl, with the pick and pop. Sets his feet immediately. Gets ready to release the ball.
2.5. He slid and went. No basket for Taylor. Tim Kelly blew the whistle way before. It's on Andrew Garcia, the foul. And Tim Kelly is going to take a little peekaboo look at the replay monitor.
Not sure what they would be looking for, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, because he blew the whistle over there. There was nothing even close to being flagrant. No, we're not looking at a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2.
We'll ask them for clarification after the timeout.
I don't know. But you see, Tim Kelly did promise me before the game, like all the officials do. They got something. They're coming right over here to tell us
and let us know.
It's the least they could do. That's our gift that they're giving for Christmas.
It'll remain Hofstra ball when they come back in. Look for a high screener roll right now. They've got to get the ball back into the hands of their scorer, Wright Foreman, who's heating up. Taylor's been doing a nice job really coming out, setting that screen around the three-point circle, looking to create.
Well, that is Tim Kelly on the left and Nathan Hall on the right. And now Nathan Hall's going to jog up. Why don't you take off that headset, Fab? Nathan Hall's going to tell, well, Nathan, come on and tell us here. Rob Pavanelli's getting the explanation from Nathan Hall. And Pav, what did he tell you?
We got an explanation. We're looking to make sure that it was a common foul, not an intentional foul, because there was a grabbing of the jersey.
Okay.
So it's going to stay a common foul, and Taylor will go to the line.
So he will shoot 1 and 1. 6 of 7 on the season. 6 of 8. I don't think I'm being invited to Joe Mihalik's for Christmas. Baseline. Latimer saves it. Reversing. Yeboah blocked beautifully by Jalen Ray, who recovers as well.
Great job. Great rotation by Ray. He came from a long way to block that shot of Yeboah's.
Inside 2 minutes, 4-point game. Hofstra with the ball and that lead. The runner. You have a whistle, and the clock stops.
Not a lot of contact there. Wright Foreman will go to the line nonetheless with a chance to extend this 4-point Hofstra lead. Wright Foreman coming into this game shooting 84% from the free throw line.
Oh, look at you giving the number. Now you can be the bad guy. It's his first trip to the line. He's got 24 points now.
It's been a choppy 24, Carl. Missed some shots.
Got 33 here last year in the win. 33 here last year in the win.
Yeah, he's a volume scorer. Can go through runs. Not a vintage performance by one of the best players ever to wear a Hofstra uniform. 10th all-time leading scorer.
It's weird because he hasn't had the type of game, but he's only 1 point below his average. He's got 25.
Exactly.
6-point game. Minute 25 left. 3 ball. No good. Yeboah. Underneath. Garcia missed. Flying through. Cornish. No good. Boy, Stonybrook had opportunity after opportunity, but boy, oh boy, were they fighting on the glass to continue to get offensive rebounds and putbacks.
That offensive rebound by Cornish was so impressive. He missed the three-pointer. Couple of putbacks not able to go, but Cornish crashes the glass. He's an outstanding rebounding guard. He'll go to line to shoot 2.
61% free throw shooter. His first trip to the line, he's got 7 points.
Here he is missing the 3. Airball there, but the putback by Garcia, no one. He'll get it over the top by Cornish, snatching the rebound.
Makes the second of 2. He's got.
And Stonybrook will play a little offense-defense. O'Cherry replaces Garcia.
4-point game, 1:15 left.
No secret here, Carl. High screen coming. Wright Foreman going.
12 to shoot, 1 minute left. Nearly stripped, recovered. Off the spin, just the right Foreman. Oh, the layoffs. How did Jacquil Taylor get that and put it home for 2?
What a decision in the air.
Olaniyi missing the 3, taken down by Wright Foreman.
Stonybrook's got to come out and pressure.
Here's Bowie. And now the foul is given by Miles Latimer. It's his second. And Bowie will go to the line. He's 2 for 2. 6-point game. .7.
Watch the decision here. Beautiful look inside by Wright Foreman and Taylor with the finish off the glass. That was a huge bucket.
Looking to convert.
Got the friendly roll here.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a three possession game. It's going to be tough right now for Stonybrook to get back in this game. 30 seconds left to go.
Shooting only 37% for the game, Stonybrook. 2 of 2, 4 of 4 now for Bowie from the line. He's got 10, 8-point game.
Look for Yeboah here.
Latimer with 3, 22, adds to the career high.
And that's too easy, Carl. One dribble down, one pass, and a wide open look by Latimer, who's been on fire so far in the second half for Stonybrook. Look how easy this is. One pass, spot up jump shot. A quasi hand in the face.
So what are you drawing up right now? You're stuck 5, 24.6 left. You're Jeff Bowles. What's the discussion about now?
Well, you have to extend the pressure, Carl. It's a 2-possession game. You have to get out. You want to get a steal within the first 4 or 5 seconds of this possession. Really pressure up. They're going with a little bit of a pressing unit. Bring in some subs in the game. Be a little bit more aggressive. And then you're going to have to foul after about 5 seconds, 6 seconds. You got to try one trap, one steal, and then send Hofstra to the line.
And if you're Joe Mahalik in Hofstra, what is he talking about to his team?
Make sure you take care of the basketball and get into your good ball handler's hands, good free throw shooter's hands. You get it in Bowie's hands, you put it in Wright Foreman's hands, and make sure that you take care of the ball. Call a timeout if there's any kind of trouble. You've got plenty of timeouts left. You do not want to turn the basketball over right here.
Both teams have broken their respective huddles with 24.6. To inbound will be DeJour Bowie, number 4, the senior. Defending the inbound, base starting will be Jules Moore. And you can run the baseline pad after the made basket.
And look for a screen here to free up Foreman right.
No foul. And then it was given with 21.5.
Stonybrook had what they wanted. They had Coburn trapped in the corner. Did a pretty good job there getting the ball out of his hands and into the hands of Bowie, and he'll go to line with another chance.
Elijah Olani picks up the personal, his second. Bowie to the line. He's perfect tonight, 4 for 4.
Right, Foreman and Bowie were discussing how come I didn't get the basketball there. They thought he was open. I'm sure the play was run to get it in his hands.
And this will be 2 shots. It's the double bonus. 11 now for Bowie. The average is 9.5 a night.
It's been a nice matchup between he and Cornish tonight.
Yes.
2 speedy, smart point guards, really playing well.
A dozen for Bowie, 7-point lead. If you're Hofstra, you're just not fouling. Here's your Boa on the floor. Punched from behind out of bounds. Last touch by Hofstra with 14.2. And we're going to see if it was deflected out or if we're going to look at it and we're going to review it again. Which is okay. Got to get it right.
Absolutely.
Like we said earlier, it doesn't matter what the score is, close or not close.
With all the technology that you have to make sure you get it right. I'm not a big proponent of that long, drawn-out, instant replay review in football and baseball because it does make those games much, much longer. In basketball, they do a pretty good job of getting it done quickly, Carl.
Following tonight, it'll be the second of a home-and-home in a non-conference schedule for Stonybrook. We'll be at Quinnipiac. It'll be on Saturday, and they'll go head-to-head once again. Quinnipiac was here on December the 1st, and Stonybrook won the game 71-61, so they'll look to make it 2 straight over them this year. For the Hofstra Pride, they will be home Saturday, also 1 o'clock, to take on Rosemont before they open up the Colonial Athletic Association on Friday, December the 28th against Delaware, and a couple of days later against Drexel. So the Colonial opening up conference play right after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. The American East will get it going right after January turns that calendar.
And interesting, both of these teams were predicted or picked to come in third in their respective conferences. Both have played extremely well early on, and certainly you could consider them as favorites or co-favorites to win their leagues. Northeastern very good in the Colonial. College of Charleston very good in the Colonial. And right after that, we have Hofstra in the early preseason polls.
And in this conference, you could probably say if Hartford rebounds, Vermont's going to be there, UMBC. That one is short on a 3. They'll just run out the clock here. And this one is going to be in the books for a second straight year. Hofstra comes to Stonybrook and beats Stonybrook on the Seawolves floor. The final in this one is Hofstra 71 and Stonybrook 64. Miles Latimer, career high 22 points, followed by Yaboa. He had 15. Justin Wright Foreman had 25. Tariq Coburn had 16 for the Pride, Pav.
Interesting game, Carl. I wouldn't say either coach is going to come away from this game and say, hey, we played really well tonight. There were spurts. There were times that they played well offensively, times they played well defensively. Wright Foreman got hot there late in the second half, but not a classic game by either one of these teams.
So with the win, Hofstra has now won 6 straight and improves to 9-3, and Stonybrook falls to 10-3 following this home loss